Being a savvy parent these days is no easy task, especially when it comes to buying the right toys for your child and knowing how to use them. As a child therapist that works with a lot of children through play, I want to share with you some of the things that I've learned about puppets. The first is different categories of puppets, and that includes role-play puppets, aggressive puppets, and nurturing puppets. So for role-play puppets, children just love to be able to play out what they see in everyday life. So that includes puppets like doctors. Here's a doctor puppet. Policemen. Children love to pretend like they're a police officer. Or maybe just mom and dad. Here's examples of those. And then sometimes they like to play out what they see as fantasy roles too. So that could be a king or a queen or a princess. Different puppets like that. The second category is the aggressive puppets. So children have all different sorts of feelings. The anger, the irritation, the frustration, being annoyed, all those different kinds of things that they would love to play out with puppets too. So you want to be sure that your aggressive puppets actually look aggressive. So a friendly dinosaur is not going to work. But a mean dinosaur like this is definitely going to get the job done. Or we've got dragons and spiders. Now an example of an alligator is actually a pretty aggressive puppet, but this one looks a little bit too friendly, so this isn't going to do. But this one looks a little bit better, so you get the idea. And here's another one that's a pretty good looking dragon. And the third category is nurturing puppets. Children love to be able to show love and affection and how they care for things. So examples of nurturing puppets would be the baby doll and the kangaroo, which is one of my favorites. This one has a little Joey. It's a finger puppet that you can put inside of him. And then puppy dogs. These are really easy to find, and they're a great puppet that children love to show nurturing things. And then also there is this little puppet that's got baby birds inside of a nest. Also, if you want to be able to use puppets to help your child develop creativity, there's some ways that you can do that too. The first thing is that you don't tell a child how to do puppets, what they should use them to play with, what the plot should be like, or anything like that. You really let children play with the puppets however they want to play with them, so they can decide what the plot is and how to use them. The second thing that you can do is not name the puppets. So, going back to the dinosaur, if they want to use this dinosaur as the mom that got them in trouble today, or the teacher that gave them a bad grade that they're mad at, or the friend that took part of their lunch and they didn't want to give it to them, all of those different things, you don't want to say, oh, I see you're playing with the dinosaur right now, because then all of a sudden the dinosaur can only be the dinosaur. But if you say, oh, I see you took that one and you're using it to play with, that leaves it open to be anybody or anything that the child wants to play about, such as their friend, the teacher, the parent, and so on. Also, if you want to be able to use puppets to help your child with their emotional development, one of the other things that you can do is when you're playing with your child, don't talk to your child face to face. Instead, turn and talk to the puppet that your child is using. Children love to be able to express what's going on in their minds and in their hearts through play. It gives them a little bit of distance and makes them feel a little bit more comfortable and safer. So stay in the play by talking to the puppet directly instead of talking directly to the child. And then last but not least, there is another kind of puppet that I have seen children just love, and that's puppets that children can use to hide. So this one's great because, you can pop right out and say hello. Another example of that is turtles. This turtle can go inside of its shell and hide or come right back out again. So this one would be a lot better than this turtle, which is just a turtle. It can't come in and out of its shell. So I hope that this is useful information to you, and I hope you enjoy trying to play with your child through puppetry.